fire on that convoy. One person was killed, several others were wounded, and that almost derailed the entire process that's going on right now. But now that process is back on track, and we know that there have been several convoys that have made it out so far. It's usually a mix of ambulances and buses, and the reason for that is that right now it's the most vulnerable who are the first who are going to be evacuated, people who are very sick, people who are wounded, people who need immediate medical attention. And this is going to go on for several days, these evacuations, because there's so many people who are still inside that small rebel enclave, that it's just a huge logistical feat to try to get them out. So that is going to take some time. And at the same time, of course, Carol, all of this is happening in front of a background where the situation on the ground remains very, very fragile and very volatile as well. Of course, the people there around there, many of them have been fighting each other for a very long time. They're very trigger happy. Folks on the opposition side, of course, very scared as well. And then having to take that leap of faith where they get on the bus, they're very vulnerable when they're on their buses. Someone could open fire on those anytime, and yet it's their only route out of those besieged areas that they've been living in for such a long time, Carol.
All right, Frederick Pleikett reporting live for us this morning. In the world of politics, the Trump administration and its ties to Russia raising eyebrows again this morning. NPR is reporting that a former Trump surrogate, Congressman Jack Kingston, a former congressman, has been spotted in Moscow this week. He's reportedly briefing American business people in Moscow on what they can expect from a Trump White House. U.S. sanctions may be at the center of those changes. For more now, let's bring in CNN senior political reporter Manu Raju. Good morning.
Good morning, Carol. Yeah, the questions remain about what Donald Trump will do as president on his policy towards Russia, and how will his choice of Secretary of State Rex Tillerson deal with the issue of sanctions imposed by the country, imposed by Washington on Russia, I should say. Now, in a sign this week that Trump may try to ease those sanctions, Kingston, a former Georgia congressman, a very visible Trump surrogate, was in Moscow this week briefing American businesses, discussing the possibility that Trump could water down those sanctions. Now, he later told NPR that he did not meet with any officials from the Russian government, but this comes as perhaps this post-election detente between the White House and Donald Trump could be